Thank you for tuning in for another anime review. Once again, this one was kind of unexpected, meaning I was a few episodes into what I decided to watch next when I took a break and managed to start and finish something else first. In this case, that something else was Dojin Work. I believe strongly in recycling anime and manga. If there's something that I buy and end up not being particularly fond of, I pass it on to a friend, who then may end up passing it on again until we find someone who does really like it. This is how the first 4 manga volumes and all of the anime ended up in my possession. I have a wonderful coworker who likes to pass her anime on to me, so here we are. On one last housekeeping note, usually, when I both watch the anime and read the manga, I'll do 2 separate reviews. With Dojin Work, I only read the first 4 manga volumes. I believe there are 6 in all, and I don't plan on reading the rest of them, so I'm combining those 2 reviews in this case. I'd add in a spoiler warning, but I really doubt I'll be giving much of anything away. Anyway, the main character of Dojin Work is a high school girl named Najimi. She's looking for a way to make money fast. In the anime, she's just lost her job, when she finds out that her friend Tsuyuri makes a decent amount of money drawing and selling doujinshi at expos. For those of you who are not overly familiar with the anime world, doujinshi is like the manga version of fanfiction. People draw their own manga-style comics, often using characters from a fandom they like. So Najimi decides she's going to draw doujin too. The only problem? She's a terrible artist, so her work rarely sells. Along the way, she meets and befriends Justice, a childhood friend who sells more of his work than anyone else, but draws solely for the purpose of enjoyment, so he sells them at such a low price that he really doesn't make any money. Sora, a little girl who's also a really good doujin artist and has a relationship with Justice that's borderline pedophilia because it's barely explained. At first I was expecting her to pull a Momiji and end up being a lot older than she looks, but that theory seems to have been disproved. And Kanaru, another hopeful artist who becomes Najimi's rival because they are equally terrible. Long story short, in the end, Najimi decides that it doesn't really matter if she can't make money off of it because she's come to love drawing doujinshi. And I don't feel bad telling you this because I don't really consider it a spoiler. 1, because it was incredibly predictable, and 2, because there really isn't anything to spoil in this show. Dojin Work reminded me a lot of Lucky Star, but with slightly more purpose and for an older audience. The manga is rated for ages 16 and up. The anime is toned down a little and rated for ages 13 and up. The reason for this is that Najimi realizes very early on that the only way for her doujin to sell is if she starts drawing stories with more erotic content. Honestly, in my opinion, Tsuyuri was the best part of this series. She's such a stoic character, but she loves messing with people, and the other characters usually fall for her lies because she's always so serious, leading to some really funny misunderstandings. But what I really meant by comparing it to Lucky Star was, well, for those of you who've never seen it, Lucky Star has no plot. It follows the lives of a group of high school girls, but it's mostly just random, slightly humorous pointlessness. Dojin Work has a little more purpose in the sense that Najimi wanting to make money kickstarts it, but after that, there aren't any cliffhangers or plot twists or any major plot development at all. That's kind of just it. In terms of things to discuss that are strictly related to the anime, there were a few changes in actually carrying out the story, as can be expected of any adaptation, but the overall story remained the same. The voicing sounded fine to me, but anyone thinking of watching this should be aware that there is no English dub. The animation is nothing special. I mean, it's fine when the characters are standing still, but as soon as they move, I don't think there was a single time throughout the entire anime where they animated the characters turning around. Instead, their outlines were flipped around like they were cardboard cutouts. And if none of this has deterred you and you'd like to check it out anyway, it's not very time-consuming. There are only 12 episodes, and counting the opening and the ending, each is only 14 minutes long. Overall, Dojin Work made me laugh from time to time, but it wasn't for me. I've already passed it on to a friend, and she seems to be enjoying it a lot more than I was, so it may just be a matter of personal preference. Thank you for watching.